Hello everyone, Professor Christensen here with a quick welcome video that will help you get started in our course. So to get started at the very beginning, if you're not a WCC student, you're going to go right to sunywcc.edu, and then from there you're going to go to login. And you're going to go to Brightspace. You can probably just grab it from here also, but you're going to log in to Brightspace. And you're going to use your login information that was given to you. So you're going to use your SUNY WCC ID. I would recommend bookmarking this page right here so that if for some reason the WCC website is down, you'll be able to come in here and go directly to Brightspace. All right, so then you're going to click on our summer course. This is in summer 2026. And this is what you're going to see. I'm going to switch over to student view because I see some things that you haven't seen. Okay, so my most recent announcement is here. And then the first place you're going to go is start here. Now, before you even do that, it's possible that you might not see all of those folders. So if you see Visual Table of Contents widget, make sure that it's expanded all the time, and then you'll be able to see all of the folders. While I'm talking about folders, let me mention that there are a few different kinds of folders in the class. The first two are general information. We're going to take a look at those in a minute. Then there's a folder for every chapter that we cover in the course. There are exam folders for each exam that gives you details about the exam. And then finally at the very bottom there is, there it is. There's an extra credit folder. And there's 3 small extra credit assignments that have to do with AI that you could do if you'd like to get some extra points. Okay, so let's start with Get Started. And there's going to be a number 1, which is the video that you're watching right now. And so you're watching this, that's great. Next thing you're going to do, these are all numbered, tells you exactly what to do. You're going to click and you're going to fill out a student questionnaire. So fill out the information here. Please submit it. And then you can close that window and you're going to go back to where we were before. Now at the top here you see breadcrumbs, right? So we did the questionnaire. You have a choice. You could either do the forward arrow to see what's next, or you can go here, go back here to where we were, and you can see what's next. So the next thing is to share your introduction in the first discussion. Please make sure you do that right away. Notice we have due dates coming up, very quickly. So go in there, you're going to make a little intro video, put your video in there. And then you're going to register and link to Pearson. Now I'm going to click on this, but what you're going to see is something different. I'm actually not going to click on it because I have it over here. But when you click on this, it's going to walk you through the process of registering for Pearson MyLab, which is where all of our course materials are. Well, not all our course materials, but all of your assignments and exams. Two very important things. Number 1, make sure you register through Brightspace. So make sure you click on this link to register. Don't go anywhere else. Click on this link. Number 2, use your MyWCC email to register so that everything gets synced in Brightspace. Okay? All right, so when you go into Pearson, you're going to see something that looks like this. And I have assignments open 2 weeks ahead of time. So you'll see the things that are coming up. So there's a Chapter 1 preview assignment that's due first. That's one of your first assignments, that and your intro discussion. And then your Chapter 1 assignment. Remember, this is a condensed class. It goes very fast. Okay? So you're going to listen to another video, and in there I'll talk about the importance of keeping up in the class. Extremely important. All right, so here are all of the things that are open right now, and then as time goes on, anything that's due within the next 2 weeks will be open. So you always have the opportunity to get ahead. Isn't that a beautiful thing? All right, now let's go forward to course information. By the way, oh, here on the left, you also see the table of contents. So if you click back here, you'll see all the folders that we saw before. And then, actually, I don't know where the visual is, but that's okay. You're going to click right here, go to course information. Now in here is all of the information about the class, all of the details. There's a lot of really important things. I expect you to read them. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. You have to do it in an online class, right? Give yourself a little bit of time, come through here and read these things. My bio is here. Also, my email is there. If you need that, it's optional. You don't have to read that. This is the Tips for Success video that I just mentioned. Make sure you watch that. The course syllabus is here. Lots of important information in the course syllabus. My email is also there. And the grade tracking sheet I mentioned in this video, but let's just take a quick look at the grade tracking sheet. So you're responsible for making sure that you know where you stand in the class. Do not ask me where you stand in the class. There's no reason for you to ask me because you have your grade tracking sheet. And this is an extremely important document. You should open it and you should save it on your computer. Okay? It has every single item that counts for points for the semester, except that 3 extra credit things are not listed separately, but you can add your extra credit points down here at the bottom. Extra credit would be added in the blue, but not in the red. So here is every single thing that counts for points during the semester. We work on a 1,000-point system. Extremely important that when you get to the end of the semester, you drop your lowest grade. Otherwise, you're going to think you have more points than you do, which is something you don't want to do. So here you have how many points there are for each thing. And as you go along, let's say you get full credit for each of these things, and you get to the end of the first chapter, and you're like, oh, how am I doing? All right, well, let's look down here. You have a total of, the new file didn't upload. Let me just fix this. Hold on one second. I thought I fixed it, but I'm going to have to fix that for you. I'll fix it for you. So you have 35 points in total. Now, how many points could you have? Well, we just highlight these, and you come down here, and it says sum 35. So your grade is equal to 35 divided by 35, which actually obviously is 100%, right? So you can turn that into a percent, and you know you have 100%. Okay? So anytime during this semester, if you want to know how you're doing, add up all the points you have and divide it by the number of points you could have had at that point in time. All of your due dates are here. All right? So now you know everything that counts for points in the class, how many points there are, and when the due dates are for all of those items. Okay? All right, now, where do you get these grades from? Let me help you with that. Let me show you where the grades are. So you're going to have grades in 2 different places, but eventually all of your grades are going to be here in Brightspace. Okay, I'll look at this as a student. I just want to make sure I'm not going to see anybody's grades. Okay, so here are all the items, the same items that are on your grade tracking sheet. And I check and double check these like 3 times, but if for some reason you see something that's off, just give a yell. And as time goes on, you will see your grade. Now, sometimes some of the assignments, which I'm going to show you, are in Brightspace and some are in Pearson. So if you do a Pearson thing, the grade is not going to appear here until I manually sync it. So I do that periodically. So don't worry if you don't see a grade here right away. I'm going to do the syncing. I'll do it, probably once a week, something like that. Also, if you do an assignment that's in Brightspace, which I'll show you, there are some labs that are in Brightspace or a discussion, it may not be graded yet. If I have not graded it, I try to make it not do this, but sometimes it shows up as a 0. So don't panic. Give me a little time to grade it, and then if it still shows as 0, you can always reach out. All right, let me go back to Course Home. And you can play around here. You can look and see. You have assignments here. You have announcements. Here you have under course activities. You have all of our discussions, under course tools. You have email. I don't use the email in here. Please use my school email, and I'll tell you why. I travel a lot. I have grandchildren. I'm almost never home. So I look at things on my phone often, and I can look at my email on the phone from school, and I can answer you. If you send an email here, I get a notification on my phone, but I can't answer it on my phone. So it's always better to write an email through the school email. All right, let's go back to our course information for 1 minute. Our course calendar is here, which I mentioned in my other video. This is the calendar to use. It has every single due date for the semester. Print this out, check things off as you go along, okay? Please look at the assignment and exam settings, as well as my policies on extensions. There are no exceptions to the rules. Unless something very, very serious that is documentable happens in your life, there are no exceptions, and that is to keep it fair for everybody. So if you got home late from work, if your boss made you stay home, stay late, if your kid got sick, all of those things are you're able to use an extension for that. But once you hit your 3 extensions, that's it. So I want you to make sure you watch that other video and make sure you read these so that you understand what the policies are, okay? Same policies for everybody. There is a tutor, a free tutor that's available. So if you have a question and I'm not around, or you want to ask a tutor a question, here you go. There's a tutor. The person is online. Here's the link to Pearson support, and here are some resources to help you in Brightspace and IWCC if you're having any trouble. So course information has lots of important things. Now let's take a look at chapter 1, just so that you know. So every chapter has a similar layout, and I tell you here what it is. And if there's a discussion going on during that chapter, that will appear here. So here is your first discussion. Then I list you the learning objectives for the chapter. There is a video that gives you an overview of the chapter. And then all of the assignments in Pearson are linked here. So here's the preview assignment. I give you guided notes, which goes through the chapter and gives you practice, extra practice, and then the solutions are here. This is like paper and pencil. And then you have your assignment, which is also in MyLab. In this particular case, your lab is in Brightspace, not in Pearson, and I give you a walkthrough of the lab. You need to come in here and take a look, because sometimes students hand in things that are way off, and I know they didn't watch the video, because the video walks you right through it, okay? And then at the bottom, I put any other videos that I have that are related to the chapter. They're probably linked in the guided notes also, but if you want to take a look at the income statement or the financial statements, there's some extra videos there. All right, so there's one of these folders for every chapter. Okay, and then there's a folder for each exam. All right, so one last thing, let me just mention, let me just check my notes and make sure I told you everything I need to tell you. I think I do. Oh, let me show you in Pearson. Now there aren't any grades here, so I can't show you. But in Pearson, if you want to see your results, you're going to look here at results. There aren't any results yet, of course. The thing is, sometimes in here, they're going to show you percentages rather than a number. Don't worry about that. When it gets into Brightspace, it's going to show you a number. Okay, so I think that hopefully answers all of your questions. Let me just mention AI, because it's there. There are good and bad ways to use AI. I'm pretty sure you all are aware of this at this point. It's your responsibility to learn the material in this class. If you decide you want to cheat your way through, you can cheat your way through. Be my guest. But the problem is that you're learning this material for a reason. If you're an accounting student, you're going to be really in big trouble when you get ahead and you don't know anything. If you're any kind of business student, you're taking this class because you need to understand this information, and you need to know, like when your boss says to you, oh, how is this going to affect the bottom line, or what is this going to do to our balance sheet, you better know what you're talking about. And so it's really important. You're the only one that's going to get hurt by cheating. It doesn't matter to me. I can't be a police woman. I can't be a police person and police everything that you do. You are going to use a lockdown browser. Obviously, there are good and bad ways to use AI. There is AI in your textbook to help you answer questions, but I just wanted to mention that in your labs, you are to use Excel and not AI. So if I see big complicated formulas, I know that you're using AI. Don't do that. Learn how to use Excel. You're going to need to use it all the time. So make sure you do what you have to do to learn the material in the class, and do it the right way. If you're confused and you want AI to explain something to you better, be my guest. If you want it to make you some review questions, be my guest. Of course, that it does make, it hallucinates. It is very good at giving you answers that sound very right, that are not right. But anyway, that's my AI spiel. So I look forward to hearing from all of you and seeing your work, watching your intro videos, and hopefully getting to know you a little bit over the summer. I check my computer every day. I check my emails. I am going to be traveling a bit here and there, so if you don't hear from me right away, don't be afraid to write again. I'm not talking about an hour, but if you write to me and by the end of the next day you don't hear from me, don't be afraid to write to me, because every once in a while I'll read an email on my phone, and then I'll figure I'll answer it on my computer, and then it goes down the list. So I'm around to help you. I'm here to support you. I wish you all much success in the class, and I'll see you in some of my videos. Bye for now.